It's a cold Michigan evening in 1976. Snow falls softly on quiet suburban streets. The kind of place where everyone thinks they're safe. Children walk home from school. Parents wave from driveways. The world feels ordinary, but beneath that calm, something dark is watching. Someone is hunting. Mark Stebbins was 12. He was last seen leaving a local American Legion hall after playing pool. 4 days later, his body was found in the snow near a little used service road in Rochester Hills. He'd been held captive, cared for, and then murdered. The precision of the crime shocked investigators. This was no random act of violence. Months later, another child vanished. 12-year-old Jill Robinson argued with her mom, walked off on her bicycle, and never returned. Her body turned up beside a highway, shotgun blast to the face. Panic took root. Families in the affluent Detroit suburbs realized the predator wasn't confined to dangerous places. In early 1977, 10-year-old Kristine Mihelich disappeared after buying a magazine at a 7-Eleven. 19 days later, her body was discovered, bathed, redressed, laid out neatly in the snow, just like Mark's. The killer had returned to the same method. And then, the fourth known victim, 11-year-old Timothy King from Birmingham. He borrowed 30 cents to buy candy at a nearby store. He never came home. 6 days later, his body was found on the side of Gill Road. Arms folded across his chest, eyes open. The series of abductions and murders would come to define one of America's most chilling cold cases. Between February 1976 and March 1977, at least 4 children were abducted, held in captivity, then murdered and dumped in suburban corridors of Oakland County and nearby Michigan. The victims were all in a roughly similar age range, each last seen near the Woodward Corridor, within a mile of Woodward Avenue. After the murders of the 4th child, police realized the area was facing a serial predator. One of the largest task forces ever assembled in US history for a child murder investigation was launched. The facts paint a chilling picture. The children had been fed, bathed, held for days. The killer took time. Bodies were cleaned, redressed, and placed in public places in snow or near roadways. The term used by investigators, the babysitter or babysitter killer. The notion that suburban comfort could mask such horror shocked the nation. Yet despite the massive scale of the investigation, suspects, leads, interrogations, the case still remains officially unsolved. A DNA profile of the primary perpetrator was created from evidence, but he has never been identified. Investigators remain convinced the murderer is among them, or was at least known in those communities, but the trail has gone cold. Still, there are pieces of solution emerging. Modern DNA testing has renewed hope. In 2007 and 12, new DNA evidence linked someone into the web of this case. Investigators today emphasize that the killer's clothing, the vehicles, even the footprints could yet provide breakthroughs as genetic genealogy advances. The community and law enforcement also keep public pressure on, honoring the victim's memory and refusing to let time erase the urgency. Investigative reviews show that examining earlier missteps, lost evidence, jurisdiction overlaps, limited forensic tools of the 1970s, is critical to reopening cold leads. Families of victims continue to push for closure, leveraging media, documentaries, podcasts, and local awareness to keep the case alive. When attention fades, so does pressure. When memory remains vivid, it means someone somewhere is still watching, still hoping. Imagine what living there must have been like for those years. Parents afraid to let their children walk home. Police patrols becoming nightly routines. Neighbors glancing sideways at strangers. The streets quiet, but fear loud. The killer had invaded the trusted spaces. The roads, the stores, the normal lives. The case of the Oakland County Child Killer is not just about lost innocence. It's about system failure and perseverance. It's about how deep evil can hide in plain sight and how long justice can be delayed. But we must remember, the murderer is still out there by name or by legacy, the victims still waiting for their story to end, and the community still watching, still hoping, because one day a DNA match might surface. One day, someone might remember the small detail they dismissed decades ago. One day, the name will be spoken. Until then, the snow will fall again on those suburban roads, and the memory will endure.